Loredana was raised in Peru. She met her husband, William, an American citizen working as a contractor, got married, and began a family. When William's contract was finished, they decided to move back to the United States as a family.
When he finished the contract in Peru, we have to move to United States. It was hard for me, for my boy, for everything, because it's different culture, a different language, different everything. I mean, it was a very hard transition. Yeah.
When Loredana got to the U.S., she began the process of acclimating to her new surroundings, getting around town, learning the language, and getting a driver's license.
I went to the driver license place and filled all the papers and signed all the papers. Remember, I signed all papers without knowing what they say. I just do whatever they told me.
Sometimes through the driver's license process, someone will end up being handed a voter registration card. And if they don't necessarily understand English or they don't have someone to explain it, they'll be told, fill out this card and sign it. But what many don't understand is that on that card it's saying, I am a U.S. citizen.
So I did all this with my sister-in-law. She speaks only English and finished the process.
Several years later, Loredana decided to proceed with the citizenship journey. After she went through the process of applying to be a U.S. citizen, she received a letter telling her she was being denied for a lack of good moral character.
I was thinking, oh my goodness, how they can say that? I have been so good with everything, honest and everything. They can't tell me this. They didn't understand what happened here, and praying and ask the Lord why they accuse me about something I never did. I mean, it's the first time I feel unjust. I mean, everything go down for me. It was a very hard situation, not only for me, it was for my husband, for my boys, for my family, for everyone. I say, I will never try again to be citizen because this is the way they treat me and this is not fair at all. So I pray and ask the Lord to help me, to give me wisdom what I need to do. And God told me, you have to trust in me.
As Loredana began to interact with Heritage and the Legal Assistance Center, the question of pursuing her citizenship arose.
So I shared my story with Carolyn, and she said, let's go do it. I said, I don't want to open my case because my heart is destroyed, and I don't want to hear any more injustice. And she said, let's go do it. Let's go do it. Let's go put in God's hands. And we start the process.
In Loredana's case, she had documentation and a letter from the first time she applied. And so I was able to sit down with that paperwork and say, okay, yes, this is what happened, but it was not her fault, and let me show you why.
So I say, oh my goodness, somebody finally believed in me. You know, somebody finally believed in what I'm saying is true. And I remember the day when I have that interview after all the process and the long waiting. I was completely trusting God, knowing He will do whatever He do is His will. And He did it. He bring me a paper and say, congratulations, you are a citizen. My husband called me and said, congratulations, you are a citizen. And I start crying and say, yes, God did it. And this is my story.